April is usually Autism Awareness Month, and for us as a foundation, we think about the importance of creating this awareness, talking about autism and its entirety, and being on the series talking about autism. So for today's episode, we want to talk about the strengths of a child on the autism spectrum. It's important for us to understand that it's not always good to look at the challenges a person or even a child faces, but then when you focus on the strengths, focus on what you're doing well, you become better at it and improve. So for us as a foundation, we want to focus on, we believe that when you focus on the strength of the child, it has the capacity to do well. Autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental condition, that affects how someone behaves generally, how they think, how they interact with the world. So it's neurodevelopmental because it's basically how the brain is wired. The brain is wired in a certain way to interact with the world differently. And basically there are some societal norms, or there's some behavior that basically it's accepted by the society, but for a child on the autism spectrum, they sometimes don't act in that acceptable way, and so sometimes people begin to look at them as being sick, being cursed, or being broken, but that's really, really wrong, right? They are designed to see life in a different way because of how their brains are wired and how they're designed. So we want to talk about those strengths that they have that can make them better, that can make them, thrive irrespective of who they are. So as a foundation, one of the things we preach is a child can thrive irrespective of who you are, irrespective of how you are. It's a belief that as we work together, we can give the child the best life we can, especially when we show them love and when we work closely with them to understand who they are. One of the strengths is hyper-focused, especially when they have a particular topic or they have a subject they're interested in. They have this, it's more like a superpower, right? So they're hyper-focused on, things that they love. They have so much concentration, and it helps them to complete tasks, right? When they're given tasks to do, help them to complete tasks with minimal supervision or minimal distraction, and this particular strength, this hyper-focus ability that they have, it can help in careers like coding. Coding needs so much of this high attention, also engineering, and also in maths, it requires so much of this coding and also research and art. So that's one of the strengths of a child on the autism spectrum. They have a very sharp memory that comes like a blessing. They have the exceptional ability to remember things. For instance, you take a child to probably the zoo or maybe an outdoor event, and maybe a month or two later the child gives you a graphic detail of everything that happened, and be so wild. And also help their independence because it makes them remember routines, right? So, and they process it very well and helps them remember sequences, routines, and this can also help in sciences and also languages. They also have this strong eye for details. They have the ability to spot things that people just overlook and they are not interested in, but they have this just small changes, small inconsistencies. They are able to spot those things, and where it becomes good, where it becomes better is, especially in the social setting, when things are out of place, they have the ability to spot when things are wrong, especially in people too. So that's like a very strong ability for them to be able to spot this little inconsistencies. It also helps, like I said, it encourages creativity, and the art of storytelling. It helps them put their stories together because of the ability, the eye for details. They also call them big hearts. They are very, very, lovable people, and they're very honest. When it helps them form, good relationships, they're very, very honest. It helps them form a good relationship because of their honesty and how they see people and how they love people. You need to observe what excites them, what they are happy at, right? What makes them glow, what lightens up their mood. And as a parent, it's important I say this, that you need to be intentional how you raise your children. I understand the need to work hard and provide for the family, but it's also important to put an eye on the kids, and that's a topic for another day. But then observe the strength and celebrate each win. I know how many times in a day I have to tell my child, "Oh, come give me a hug," when they're trying to, "Oh, daddy, I just made this puzzle. Oh, daddy, I just made a car. I just made a horse. Oh, wow, that's so amazing. Come give me a hug. Come give me a hug." You celebrate each of their wins, and you give them an opportunity. When you see a child playing with paintings and singing, don't just, why are you messing up the place? No, it's important to encourage them in whatever they love doing. Don't discourage the arts, the painting and all that, and talk about the strength. Oh wow, this is like, I'll just tell my daughter when she comes, "Oh daddy," I said, "This is like the best video I've ever seen in my whole life. This is so amazing. Wow, you made this yourself. Come give me a high five." This builds their confidence. It makes them feel so good about themselves. So these are, when you spot the strengths, these are very important to improve on the strengths and make them better. Recently a 16-year-old boy, Kanye Achukwu, holds the record for the largest art canvas. He made a lot of painting, Guinness World Record. He's 16 years, and guess what? He's on the autism spectrum. He was diagnosed with autism at an early age. He had challenges with communication, but he rose above all of that. And today he's the Guinness World Record holder with the largest art canvas by an individual. So he said in speech, he said, "Autism doesn't define me, I define autism." So with the right approach, he was able to rise above his challenge, and today he's recognized the whole world. At age 8, he got the award for Flame of Peace in Austria, I think in 2017, and he has gone to achieve a lot of things. So when these strengths are nurtured, it makes the child independent, it makes the child better, it makes the child strong. At the end of the day, you become far better than what you can imagine. So I want to thank you for your time. We believe that helping these children grow, helping them develop their strengths, helping them recognize their strengths, gives them a better chance at succeeding in life. The child on the autism spectrum is not something that is broken that needs to be fixed. No, they need to be understood and loved. So we believe that one day at a time we can change the world for these kids and make them see life in a better way. So thank you for your time, and as we continue this discourse and this awareness change, we believe the world will become a better place for us all and also for the kids on the autism spectrum. So thank you.